Hi, this is Jacob Smith. This is Jacob's Film Collection. I have over 700 4Ks and Blu-rays, and I'm just going to pick a few of my favorites to talk about here. First off, 2001, A Space Odyssey. 4K Steelbook. Love this movie. I watched this movie. I love Stanley Kubrick. I watched this movie for the first time, actually, just a few years ago. One of the later Stanley Kubrick films I watched, and honestly I was kind of bored when I watched it, but then afterwards it just stuck with me, and that's what Stanley Kubrick's films do for me anyway. Is the first time I watch them I never really love them, but then they just stay in my brain forever. He just makes lasting images, and this is like a perfect example of this. This is now one of my favorite movies. I love this film. I know it's a classic pick that everybody picks, but I could not just not talk about this because it's really important to filmmaking. What they did in the 60s was amazing, and yeah, I love Kubrick. So that's 2001: A Space Odyssey. Another one, American Psycho. Now, if you know me, you know that I am a little wild. No, I'm just kidding. But this film right here, I've loved this film since I was in my first year of college. I've seen it probably 6 times. First time I watched it, I expected it to be a slasher movie, so you go in with bad expectations if that's what you expect this to be. This is such a dark comedy satire on Wall Street. Christian Bale, amazing performance, and by the way, you can peel his face off with a steelbook. I am simply not there. But yes, absolutely amazing film. This is a top 5 film for me. Love it. It is Christian Bale can do no wrong. One of the best actors ever. I quote this movie. This is the movie I quote the most. I quote with all my friends. I show this to everyone I can. I even show this to women on dates. Probably shouldn't do that. Don't do that. But love this film. American Psycho. And then another one here. Blade Runner 2049. This movie made me cry twice in theaters. I saw it twice in theaters, and it made me cry both times. Denis Villeneuve, that's my guy, my king, besides Christopher Nolan. This is better than the original, I think. Sorry, Ridley Scott. This is a top 20 favorite film for me. I love Ryan Gosling. He's my favorite actor. Ana de Armas, Harrison Ford coming back. Just what it means to be human, and the themes in this are absolutely beautiful. Like I said, the ending makes me cry every time. I won't spoil the ending, but it makes me cry. I absolutely love this film. It is one of the most ultimate vibe movies, just super vibey. But yeah, Blade Runner 2049. Check it out if you haven't. Now we're going to go a completely different direction here. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Now you're wondering, why would you have a steelbook of this? It's because I love this movie. This is a top 10 horror film for me. I have always loved killer clown movies. It, Pennywise, that's another top 10 favorite horror film for me. The 1990 version, by the way. Tim Curry's King. This film I watched with my dad for the first time. He introduced me to it. And it is so goofy and zany and wacky and hilarious, but it is also still a horror film. Some really smart ideas, some really good practical effects. If you haven't seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space, check this one out. Underrated horror movie in my opinion. Love this film. Where did I put that? I put it right here. Let's see what else. This is my collection, but I get lost. And then another one. Steady Hands, Variable Zoom, Nightcrawler. Let me tell you, this movie is so rewatchable. This is always going to be a top 50 for me. I had an ex-girlfriend once tell me that I reminded her of Jake Gyllenhaal in this movie. What does that say about me? I don't know. But this film, absolutely enthralling, thrilling, a great satire too, kind of in the same vein of American Psycho on the news, and still relevant today. Came out in 2014. Jake Gyllenhaal, one of his best performances ever. I can quote this movie too. If you want to win the lottery, you have to buy a ticket. It's just little dialogue inflections he does is just amazing. But yeah, Nightcrawler, definitely check this one out if you haven't. Just absolutely incredible. And now we're going to go to the other side. Now we're over here. Yes, I have two shelves. I will be filling this one up as well. Physical media forever. First one, Cat in the Hat. Seen this movie probably 50 times. Grew up on it. Still watch it to this day as a 26-year-old man. It is the best Dr. Seuss adaptation ever. Mike Myers killed it. I don't care what anybody says. I know it's a terrible movie. It is really a terrible movie. But it is absolutely hilarious. It's my number one guilty pleasure. Will always be in one of my favorite films of all time. I could quote this for days. I love this film unabashedly. If you have not seen this, check it out. And then we're going to go to Drive. Beautiful steelbook, by the way. I have a poster for this. I am, if you couldn't tell from my Blade Runner 2049, I am a Ryan Gosling stan, obviously. This, on any given day, could be my favorite movie of all time. I've seen this movie countless times as well. The soundtrack is the best movie soundtrack of all time to me. I love the soundtrack, still listen to it to this day. The vibes of this movie, the shot. If I make a feature-length film, it definitely will be Drive inspired for sure. Yeah, this is a perfect movie. I absolutely love this film. It is just a masterpiece. Check this one out. Definitely, if you have not seen Drive, this is like, out of all the ones I've talked about today, watch Drive. I even have the Drive jacket, by the way. Movie replica. And then last but not least, my second favorite comedy of all time, Tommy Boy. And yes, I have the 4K steelbook of Tommy Boy. And you're asking, why would you have a 4K steelbook of a 90s comedy? It's because I love this movie so much. Chris Farley is my favorite comedian of all time. Rest in peace. What a legend. I've seen all of his movies. All of them are great. This is his best one. Favorite comedy. Me and my friend quote this constantly. I love this comedy so much that I named my dog Richard after Richard from this movie. And the way Tommy goes, Richard, and I talk to my dog that way. Yes, I'm insane. That's how much I love movies. I named my dog after a side character in a comedy. But yeah, Tommy Boy, check this out. You will have the best time laughing. Rest in peace again, Chris Farley. You're dearly missed. Check this one out. And that's just a taste of my film collection.